Family schooling, living and learning together. A whole lot of family and a little bit of homeschooling.
I love this concept. This is so exciting because Sheila, we've been talking together for several decades about education and family life and all of this. And I think that this concept of family school really hits on what is dear to both of us. And so I'm so excited to be kind of heading into this new realm of helping to really clarify what this is that we're about. And, you know, the Moms I Know has been such a fun collaboration with really talking about all of the different aspects of parenting. But this idea of family school, I remember hearing years ago that it is the attitude of the family towards education that is what's going to create success for children. So whether we send our children to public school or private school or homeschool them, whether we homeschool them on, you know, the weekends and evenings and they go somewhere else during the days, whether we're completely a homeschooling family, it doesn't matter so much in that it's our own attitude about education that is what is so important.
It's the living and learning together. It's seeing your children learn, but it's also your children seeing you learn, tackling a new recipe, taking a class at your local community college, going to getting your degree. It's all of it. And if we're able to put it under this umbrella, family schooling, and it's like, it makes it really fun.
And I love that you talked about, you know, our own education. I talk often about lifelong learning, you know, SoCal Essentials, the essential things in life, health, home, family, and lifelong learning. And so our children love to see us learn. They love it when we're learning together. They also love it when there's something that we don't know and they think, oh, this is something that I can learn. And so I think that whether our children are very, very young or whether they're in the mid-kid years or the teen years or whether they're, you know, grown and having their own children, this concept of really looking at how a family comes together and lives and loves and learns, that's what's really essential here. And so, you know, so many of our episodes have been around that concept of family life and different aspects of education. But I think family school really wraps it up into this, like you said, this, you know, this overview, this umbrella of our philosophy of life.
Well, it's taking a page from like kind of the conscious parenting playbook. It's paying attention with intention, and we've said that numerous times throughout, the moms I know. And it's like we interview moms that are doing that are bringing these amazing things to the world. And it's just it's a place where we can get ideas. I mean, Maria and I, so we're going to be starting, what we're doing is we're introducing family school. We're introducing it because it's something that Maria and I have come up with that really roots family, number one. Right? It roots family, and it is that piece where we're strengthening family culture, we're developing lifelong learners, and we're doing it in a way that is fun, engaging, exciting. And so what does it look like? It looks like we want you guys to look at like Maria and I as your guides in a way. We want to show you that this is what we have been doing. I mean, this term family school came about as a discussion between Maria and I, really saying, oh yeah, we family schooled when we pulled our kids out of school and took them to Yellowstone Park for 3 weeks and sort of thing. That was totally living and learning every day on the road. It's creating experiences, learning experiences that go beyond that. Really, we talk about the rites of passage, we talk about risky behavior, we talk about all these things that really cultivate this next generation of learners to really take charge, but do so with empathy, do so with understanding and compassion, so that we can grow together.
We've also been talking about the fact that, we do believe in homeschooling, but also we have sent our children to public school and private school. And I've been working with so many families over so many decades where, I've learned so much just by listening and by hearing that different things work for different families. And we don't always have the answers. So I love the fact that you talked about But we want to be your guides. We want to be your mentors. And not because we have all the answers, but because we've been listening to people for a long period of time. We've been raising our own children. And now I'm, looking at this next generation with my grandchildren. And I'm watching parents make decisions, and it's difficult, it's messy, it's challenging, it's hard work. And one of the things that I'm really realizing is that even from when I was raising my children, it's that much more difficult now. There's so many different choices and philosophies and stressors and challenges, and so I just feel like we really need to deepen this conversation around what education and what family life really, really can look like. And also, not everyone can homeschool. Not everyone can send their children to public school or private school. I mean, there's lots of different factors here, and we're aware of that. And we've heard the stories. We've sat at the tables with parents who, we're all in tears trying to figure out, what do we do next? And how do we handle this? And this has come up in our family. And so this idea of, when we look at it not from an either or choice, but what are all the possibilities, and what are we going to do in this situation for this particular child at this point in time? And I love that you talked about bringing it with fun and creativity and open-endedness and possibly travel and all of the different things that can come about. But ultimately, each family journey is their own. And so we're here to help you make those choices that can, sort of deepen the discussion around it. And now I'm starting to talk even to the grandparents about, how do we deepen this conversation of how we can be of support and assistance. And also, intergenerational living is kind of coming back. I mean, that's the way families used to live, in community. And that's changed so much for our families, especially in America right now.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's so much to be said about this. And Maria and I, we're super excited because we will be publishing a family school handbook. It's, it started out as our homeschool handbook, and then we realized that we want to reach more people. We want to do family school handbook. So it's a family school handbook. And then we're going to be also putting out there these playbooks that are seasonal playbooks that really kind of give you these specific ideas, and that you can take with your family. Take what you choose. You're not going to love everything. That's the beauty of it.
Well, we hope you do, but and we are going to start with a homeschool edition, because we do believe that homeschooling can be a wonderful option for so many families. And we really, especially when children are young, it's such a beautiful option for living and learning together, for family schooling. And if you can homeschool, that's great. If you can't, that's okay. We're looking at all of these choices, and each of you is going to know what's best for your child. And so really honoring that, and for the whole family. For some periods of time we were homeschooling, and then there were other periods of time where I needed to go back to work, and the children needed to go to school, or they needed to go to school, and then I needed to go to work. It's like all of these different factors that play in. And so we're excited to be bringing you all of these different things around that, and ideas and suggestions. But, like Sheila said, you can pick and choose. And that's the other thing is that we hope that our podcasts, we hope that our episodes give you ideas, and you can go, oh, I love that idea. I really want to incorporate that into my family. Or, well, no, that doesn't work for us, but it might spark something else that comes up for you. And so we just want to be there to help nurture and guide and answer questions, and be in this, and we always say, the dance of family life together.
Yeah. Help you find your own rhythm, and that's where Maria and I met her. She was my homeschool teacher, and we sat around the table once a month for almost 10 years. And it's just, she helped cultivate, a family culture that we are enjoying in our home. And it's because, now we have teenagers, and we're able to use what we invested in early on to create a strong family culture. And that's what family schooling is about. It's really creating that strong family culture, creating a family that you want to be with. They're going to be 18. They're going to be legal adults. They can move out, and you want them to move out. You want to give them roots and wings, for sure. You want them to fly, but yet they also got to fly back to mom. They also got to fly back to home once in a while. And that's what we want. That's what family schooling really is. And then Maria, that intergenerational living, that's another piece of it, It's really,
we want them to want to come home and be a part of family, but yes, we want them to be independent. And so how do we foster all of that? And these are the questions that we've grappled with. And I had my mentors when I was starting out with, raising my children. And I'm so grateful to the my parents and grandparents, because I think I really had some lovely role models along the way, and it wasn't always perfect. And then I said, I'm going to do things a little bit differently. And then I met people that really helped me to formulate my ideas. So, this is all an ongoing discussion. There's no right or wrong with parenting either. Well, there's things that we know are
better.
going to be better, more optimal.
Yeah.
There's so much research out there too, and that's what's so exciting. I'm reading a book right now, The Biology of Belief by Dr. Bruce Lipton, and he's actually talking about conscious parenting and how important it is for us to really nurture. It's not all nature, it's not all nurture, it's both. And so we really want to look at this job of parenting as one of the most rewarding as well as one of the most difficult things that we can be doing. But there's nothing more important, because if we want to change the world, we really need to start with ourselves and then with our families. And I think that there's so much possibility for an amazing future, and we can have a lot of fun along the way.
We sure can with family schooling, living and learning together. A whole lot of family and a little bit of homeschooling.
So exciting. So we're looking forward to sharing much more with you in the weeks and months to come. Take care.
Bye.